Imagine a battlefield where a single launch can intercept a deadly threat from 400 kilometers away, while above that same sky, a silent predator watches, hunts, and strikes with pinpoint accuracy. This is not science fiction. This is the modern war theater of the S-400 Triumph and the MQ-9 Reaper. Two game-changing military machines, but one defends, the other hunts. And in this clash of technology, only precision, range, and timing matter. The S-400, developed by Russia, is arguably the most feared surface-to-air missile system in the world. It can track up to 80 targets simultaneously, engage stealth aircraft, cruise missiles, and even ballistic threats. With a maximum range of 400 kilometers and altitude engagement reaching 30 kilometers, the S-400 doesn't wait for war, it prepares for it. What makes the S-400 unique isn't just its long reach, it's its layered defense strategy. Equipped with a mix of missiles like the 40N6E for long range, the 48N6 for medium range, and the 9M96 for short range and high-speed aerial targets, it builds a multi-tiered dome of deadly protection. But what happens when the enemy doesn't come in the form of a fighter jet or ballistic missile, but a drone 15,000 meters above, quiet, patient, and lethal? Enter the MQ-9 Reaper, the American-made hunter drone built for one mission: complete dominance through surveillance and surgical strikes. While the S-400 watches the skies like a hawk, the Reaper becomes the invisible predator. It cruises at altitudes of up to 50,000 feet, loiters for over 27 hours, and delivers Hellfire missiles, GBU, 12 Paveway 2 bombs, or even GBU, 38 dams with chilling precision. Let's dive into the anatomy of these systems. The S-400's radar suite is its crown jewel. The 91N6E Big Bird Acquisition Radar, the 92N6E Gravestone Fire Control Radar, and others work in unison to detect stealth aircraft and cruise missiles, even under heavy electronic jamming. It has a response time of under 10 seconds, locking and launching within a blink. It's a defender's dream, mobile, radar integrated, and almost impenetrable when layered with other systems like the Panzer S-1. On the other side, the MQ-9 Reaper is not about brute force, it's about intelligence. It can relay real-time video, use its synthetic aperture radar and advanced targeting systems to surveil and eliminate high-value targets deep behind enemy lines. It doesn't just fire, it calculates, confirms, and then eliminates. So, what happens when the Reaper flies into S-400 territory? That's where the chess game begins. The MQ-9's best defense isn't armor, it's stealth, altitude, and intelligence. But the S-400 is built to track low RCS targets, and Russia claims it can shoot down even 5th-gen fighters like the F-35. If the Reaper is detected, its slow speed and high flight pattern make it a likely kill. However, that's if the Reaper allows itself to be seen. It can fly missions in radio silence, navigate via satellite uplink, and wait just outside radar coverage to map, listen, and even strike from a standoff distance. But there's a deeper layer here. The S-400 is static once deployed. It takes time to set up and, while mobile, it's more reactive than proactive. It protects bases, cities, and strategic locations. The MQ-9, however, is dynamic. It can be deployed anywhere, guided from thousands of miles away, and sent into enemy airspace without risking a pilot's life. It can't take down fighter jets or defend a base, but that's not its job. Its mission is to gather, assess, and neutralize with scalpel-like efficiency. Let's talk real-world implications. In Syria, the S-400 was deployed to protect Russian and Syrian air assets, creating a no-fly zone that even US and Israeli aircraft had to respect. At the same time, American MQ-9 Reapers operated nearby, tracking militants, conducting targeted strikes, and avoiding engagement. It's a real-time example of how these systems coexist, watching each other, one on alert, the other in the shadows. The S-400 is a shield, the MQ-9 Reaper is a scalpel. One stands tall, proud, and immovable, The other floats quietly in the background, unseen until it strikes. These platforms represent two doctrines of warfare: defense in depth and precision offense. The S-400 can destroy a threat from hundreds of kilometers, but it cannot fly behind enemy lines. The MQ-9 can loiter for a day and a half, strike with surgical precision, and disappear, but it can't defend a city or intercept hypersonic missiles. Their value isn't just in their capability, it's in their purpose. Nations buy the S-400 not just to shoot down aircraft, but to signal air superiority, to deter intrusion. Countries use MQ-9 Reapers not to defend borders, but to go deep into enemy territory without ever sending a man. Technology-wise, both systems are among the most advanced in their fields. The S-400 uses phased array radar, encrypted guidance, and automated launch protocols. The MQ-9 uses satellite control, laser-guided munitions, and artificial intelligence for real-time targeting. One is built to stop an air campaign. The other is built to start one. So the real question isn't who would win in a one-on-one battle between the two. It's who controls the skies first. If the S-400 detects and locks onto the MQ-9, the drone is likely lost. But if the Reaper identifies and maps the S-400's radar signature first, it can relay that data for a coordinated SEAD, suppression of enemy air defenses, mission by fighters or cruise missiles. And this is where modern warfare has changed. It's not always about direct confrontation. It's about timing, sensors, range, and strategy. The S-400 is an elite defender in contested zones. The MQ-9 is a ghost that waits, watches, and strikes with surgical intent. In the end, these two systems are not enemies by nature. They're reflections of how nations choose to fight. One builds walls in the sky, the other slips through the cracks. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the S-400 and the MQ-9 Reaper. If you enjoyed learning how modern defense and offense technology interact on the battlefield, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Next Gen World, where future warfare meets today's insight.